We are live. All right. No introduction, no nothing. How you guys doing? All right. I'm in a different part of town. And at a park. It's on the other side of the highway from me. From where I normally go. And the reason is the park where I normally hang out is closed, undergoing construction. I noticed tonight, for the first time, across the street from the park, kind of hidden, excuse me, is another little park, but the grass is like this high. It's crazy. They have a table there. I'm always looking for a table. I was looking for a place to sit, and hang out. I had some barbecue tonight, and it was cool. But I needed a place to sit and eat it. Fist bump. Hey, Dave, how you doing? Good to see you, man. It is. There's some guys over here, men and women. I don't know where they're from. They sound Thai, but I think they're Vietnamese. Could actually be Filipino, so. Fist bump. Rob? Sunny uptown Peoria. Glad to hear that Peoria is sunny. Street is sunny. You see this? I was on the sun the other day. Yeah, this side's better. I got sunburn, and this is my mask tan. Fist bump, Gert. Good living, man. I appreciate it. Gert, how you doing, man? Guys need to follow my man Gert. He's got the coolest channel doing whiskey reviews. All right. Are you back home now? By the way? Anyway, it's good living, and trying to take care of my skin. But as you can imagine, you see the sunburn, right? It's like this, like a kind of a semicircular thing, right? And can you imagine trying to shave? Got my Panasonic Arc 5, which is like super close. But Schick makes this non-aerosol. Cool. Excellent. Good to get away, huh? They make this excellent non-aerosol shaving cream. It's in like a tube you got to squeeze. It's a cooling shave cream. It's ice cold. Ice cold. And so I'm like, squirting it on my hand and putting it on this red spot. It just went like, tss. It was like, oh yeah. So, helped a lot. There's some strange people here. But I like it. So this park, of course, I've known this park for like 15 years or something. One day maybe about 6 or 7 years ago, they cut back every single tree. I mean, all the branches that come within like 1 meter of the trunk. I came here, everything was denuded. I don't know why they do that. But then I realized after watching it that if they don't do that, these trees would be completely out of control because everything grows like crazy in Taiwan. And so behind my house, there's a bunch of trees and they're on government property. And they come by and they do the same thing. They hack them back to almost nothing. And it's funny because there's one tree that grows a branch that goes up to the second floor and touches the bedroom on the second floor. And they cut it back every year, and it takes only 6 months for it to grow that much. So it's pretty remarkable, actually. Looks like the party just broke up. It's 11:33. That's where they were, over there. So, looks like party's over. What can I tell you? Oh well. We could take a walk around. I'll have to put my the case, for my gimbal and all that stuff I got in the table. I have to put that in my bike in the saddlebag. Bike's right here behind me. I haven't been over here in quite a while. This is this park. This is the Philippine side. And it's funny because years ago, where I live on the other side of the highway, it was all Thai. And over on this side, it was all Filipino. So we used to call this place Manila, and we call that place Bangkok. So I'd be with my friends, you want to go eat? They go, yeah. We want to go Manila or Bangkok. But most of the Thais have gone. But this is still Manila. Like right over there's a place called Pagasa, which I think means peace. And it's a restaurant and bar right there in the corner. And yeah, you see where it says Pagasa Resto Bar. And there's some barbecue places around. And they got these little, it's like a pavilion. You see, it looks like a mushroom. There's a seat a round seat on the bottom, and there's a round top. Of course, there's lighting in the park and stuff. And I got these really interesting trees that are, let me just show you this. I'm gonna stand up though. These trees have like vines growing on them and stuff. I don't know what kind of trees these are, but check this out. Excuse me, I'm burping here. There you go. Turn my light on. Look at this. Those are the roots. Hey Jan, how are you? Good to see you too. Thanks for joining. Look at these roots, man. So cool. And now, look at these, like hanging roots in the air or something. It's almost like a, I don't know what this tree is, but it's got this looks like roots in the air. It's almost like an air fern, And a lot of these trees are like that. This one over here, kind of the same thing. It doesn't have as many of those things hanging in the air, but look at this. I mean, look at this root system. This is that's crazy, but it's cool. And right over here, there's places to sit and stuff. So, and this is where I'm sitting. And this mess I'm going to clean up, don't worry, my beer cans and stuff. But over here, we got, let me see. Are we still on here? Yeah, okay. Some more of these roots. Really interesting. I don't know. Is it wisteria? Gosh, I don't know. I have no idea. Now, you're in Asia when you see little concrete seats that look like this on the ground. I mean, obviously nobody's sitting here. But that's kind of bizarre. But I guess you could, you know, put your legs out there. It'd be kind of like being in a recliner, I guess, in some respects. So I could show you more of the parts that really kind of amaze me about some of these parks is that they have concrete slides for kids. You know, so my daughter used to come here, and of course the slides are they're polished by, you know, hundreds of kids sliding down, or thousands of kids sliding down them. But that was kind of interesting that all of the slides for the kids are made out of concrete. In the other park, they have a plastic one. They have you know, you've seen those. You can buy them in the store. I'm gonna pick up all my trash, put into this bag. All right, got my alcohol wipes. This is a big pack of alcohol wipes, and boy, that really comes in handy when you're like cleaning up the table and stuff, because it can be really nasty. All right, so how's everyone doing? I haven't been on much. I've been kind of busy, and you know, that's good though. It's good to be busy, but you don't want to be too busy. I've also been trying to improve my health, and I'm just gonna have to go on another big long fast. There's just no getting around it. I'm just gonna have to. I'm gonna have to go like 3 weeks or something, and really push it this time. So, but I'm actually looking forward to that, because whenever I fast, I feel so much better. So, that's good. You got to take a short break. It's good to take a break. You know, a lot of people work too much and they work too hard. And I don't actually like work a real job, but I have a lot of responsibility. It's different, but the responsibility takes, you know, its toll on you, right? Anyway, if I pack this stuff up and put it in my backpack, oh, I bet you are. Yeah, I bet you are. Well, it's too bad you can't. Well, maybe you can. I'm assuming that where you live, you probably don't have easy access to hot springs. But let me tell you, those things can revitalize, and I'm just so glad that Taiwan has a big hot springs culture, you know, and it makes a huge difference. It really does. Now, yesterday we had the Dragon Boat Festival, and it was pretty interesting. I actually live streamed it on Hey Go, and I didn't get any shots of the boats. You know, like it's all on the live stream. I didn't get any shots of the boats themselves, like you know, during the race, because I streamed the race up until when they took a break, and then after they took a break, that's when I quit the live stream, and then there was nothing to you know, to photograph after that. But I want to show you some stuff, because I got some food there, and it's worth taking a look at. It's pretty interesting, I think, and I'll show you kind of what it was like being at that place. And then, yeah, okay, so let's do this. All right, so the first picture is, this is the lake that they had hey Joey, how's it going? Joey, I don't think I've ever seen you join one of my live streams before, but if I'm stupid and I don't remember, I'm sorry, but hey, because I always see you in Dave's. It's great. Thanks for joining. This is a lake where they had the dragon boat races, and those are the two flags. and obviously, you know, the dragon boats go along, and they grab the, you know, they grab the flags. Now I do have a copy of the live stream video, and I can put it in my editor and I can trim it down, and I'll do that, you know, if I can for the next live stream. But there's a night market atmosphere there, and this is a lady. Yeah, it's good to see you too, man. Thanks, bro. And oh, sorry, you're talking to Jay. Sorry, I'm just talking too much. I'm not reading the comments carefully. And this is a lady who was doing some sausage. Sorry, I'm thinking of Chinese. Shang. Okay, and so these are some of the vendors they had there, and that is Korean food down there in the bottom. And it's pretty cool. And down the bottom, underneath it's just underneath the Korean. The first word in Chinese says "la," which means spicy. So there's some spicy food going on there, right? And these are just some of the places that they had for food. It's pretty cool. The third one down, they have, it says on the top, you see the one that's white on the top with red letters, and down the bottom is the banner is red. Okay, what that says in Chinese, this is Hei Zhu Rou, which is black pork, black skinned pork. And it says sausage after that, Xiangchang. So it's Hei Zhu Rou Xiangchang, which means black pig or black pork sausage, and those are really well known in Taiwan. They also have what they call san zhu rou sausage, which is mountain pig. Now these guys here are big sticks of beef and pork, and they're long. They're really long, because I got one, and it looked like this. Oh, sorry, that's the that's the wrong picture. Sorry about that. It looked like this. I was eating it in the car. I just wanted to show you. This is, I mean, how dumb is this looking? That's like hat, hair, and everything. It really is. That's my hat, hair, and everything, because I was in the, you know, I was outside all day. But I mean, look at this beef stick, and it was 65 NT, which is like $1.65, like $2.10. And I got a little silent video for you here of this guy cooking another dish, and this is some of that high mountain pork, and he's cooking it with scallions, where he just put a bunch of scallions in there. You see the hot peppers, white onions, and man, I'll tell you what, this is off the charts. And so I got two. Now I'm fin. See, I got 2 orders of those, and each order is $3. It's Sanpai Kwai, and for those of you who speak Chinese, it's 300 NT. So this is at the Dragon Boat races. Hey Myrna, how are you? Gosh, good to see you. Welcome on Facebook. It's been a while. How's everything in Texas? Oh man, Joey, you have no idea, man, because I ate one in the car. I couldn't wait. And I took the other one home, and my wife and my daughter are looking at that like, hey Papa, where'd you get that? You know. At the Dragon Boat race, they have a covered section, because it was the sun was brutal, and the covered section actually had a camera at the judges' station. I was standing right by the judges' station the whole time, and I put some 360 photos. Or actually, excuse me, I haven't done that yet. I made some. I put some videos on my YouTube channel just recently, like yesterday, of the Dragon Boat Festival that I took with my 360 camera. I have like a 3-meter tall tower that I put it on. But it turns out that if you don't want to brave the sun, you can just go under the cover, you know, and you can watch the race in complete, comfort right there. And so this was at a temple, and that's the gate of the temple. The temple would be behind me, and I'm looking towards the lake in front of the temple where they had the Dragon Boat race. And this is called the Surfshark is the name of this temple, and it's in Shinpong. This year they changed the venue because they wanted it to be smaller. So this is a shot just looking down the main food concourse, and there's just so many people there. it was really, really quite amazing. And there were so many. I mean, even though it was small, there were quite a few people there. And let me just look and see what else I got here that I can show you. I just want some more of this. I want to show you some more of this food. Oh yeah, okay, right here. And maybe just some kind of candid shots, you know. And I already got the lake. I do have a 360 photo that it won't display in 360 on Prism, but let me see. It looks like this. This will be kind of funny looking, but that's a shot 360 underneath. You see the temple behind, and off to the left you see beside the lake, and then you know. So I got to do these in 360. Okay, so here's some more food. There you go. This word on the far left that has like the two squares with a line going through it, that's a Chinese word for like meat on a stick. And that's pretty cool. But I got this photo because, which means I got to do this. I got that photo specifically for Dean SMS because he is like, he's paranoid kind of about that, because what it is it's zhou tofu, okay? Stinky tofu. This is Dean, you know what, if you see the replay, this is for you, bro. This is stinky tofu Taiwan style. And this is stinky tofu on a stick. So that's why they had that Chinese word for the stick, see? Stinky tofu on a stick. I mean, how much more convenient can you get than that? We call these Thai shrimp in Taiwan because, you know, they're river, I guess they're langoustines, I guess they're called. But these are the ones that have the, you know, they have the claws on them and stuff. River shrimp. Yeah, these are really cool. These are river shrimp. So oops, sorry. So we would say like Thai guo xiashi in Chinese for like Thai shrimp. And these are just people just sitting around. There's a ton of people, but these are kids' games, and they had. Fortunately, everybody was wearing a mask because we're in the middle of a big outbreak. But these are kids' games. I took a hasty shot with my gimbal, just kind of passing through there, you know. And here's more people. This is really just. I like taking people shots, you know, and it kind of gives you what we call in Chinese we'll call the 味道 or the 感觉. It just gives you like the feeling, you know, the atmosphere of being there, and so I always like these kind of shots. And that's about all that I got for you on that right at the moment. But Rob, okay, I understand. But Rob, it's just fermented food. And you know, there are a lot of fermented foods that are really good. And there are some fermented foods that are really good that smell bad far away, but good up front, like kimchi. If you have a bowl of kimchi across the room, it stinks. But you bring it up against your nose, you know, and it smells great. And what about cheeses, you know, because cheeses are fermented. So actually, you know, I was talking with Tony the other day, and, you know, we're talking about stinky tofu, and it really is just kind of a fermented cheese. All right, here's what I'm going to do. Look, I got my, how Taiwanese am I? I'm bringing tissues with me out here. I got my tissues and my alcohol wipes. I got my gimbal box. I'm going to stick them in the saddlebag of the car. I'm going to take you for a walk around this park. I'm the only guy that brings my own beer mug, though, when I go drinking. Hang on a second. I'm just going to go ahead and put this right in the bike, and you know, the wireless mic makes it easy because I can do all this and still talk to you. But I run the risk of hot mic syndrome every time I do something. I was on a live stream and I had to go in the car and I'm looking for something. And you want to make sure, I can't find that darn thing. You just want to make sure you're not going to suffer from the hot mic syndrome. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish my beer. Drinking Kieran. Hey Frank, how you doing? Oh, you are. Stopped raining. Excellent. Fried shrimp. Oh yeah, that clam shack. I know what you're talking about. Frank is getting ready to drop a truth bomb here on the blue cheese, the stinky stuff. Yeah, see, that's what's so cool is it's just fermented foods, right? Frank is an avid camper, and Frank is a personal friend of mine that I've known probably for, I don't know, 35 years or something, back in Massachusetts. So here's what we're going to go on the other camera. I got my light. This is my bike here. I got my light, and I'm going to walk the bike around, and we're just going to take a look at this park. Now, I showed you these trees already, so let me go back and show, for those of you who just joined. I don't know what these are. Oh, hang on a second. Hang on a second. I got to put this down. Hang on a second. I'm no longer eating. I just remembered I got to put my mask back on. Hold on. It's around my neck on the strap. Okay, good. I don't know what these are. Jan was saying they might be willows, but these have some like bizarre kind of roots that just, you know. And there's a lot of this wispy kind of stuff here hanging off, and I don't know what it is, but the tree is full of it. I mean, look at this. That's just, wow. You can't beat live streaming at night though with a big light. All right, now over here are those places to sit. But we're not gonna go over there. So I'm just gonna, come on. I'm gonna walk my bike with one hand. This is all overgrown. That used to be open. But there's a basketball court up here. And let's see. So parking lot. Whoops. Yeah, it is a root system, but it's really strange. And you know, there might be K-pop. They have a lot of this kind of stuff in Asia, where they have these little, they look like mushrooms. That's a chair, like a seat down the bottom. And, you know, it's a shelter. And so a lot of these guys will come here and party. I actually have a mount on my bike that I could put the gimbal on, but I don't know if I want to do that right this second. Okay, we're gonna go over here. And there's some people here, but we don't want to disturb them. But there's a big trellis right there, see? The trees growing on it. And this is the area for the kids. And got some little baby swings there. And these are the adult swings. So it's about, I think it's about 1:45 here. I'm not sure exactly what time it is. But there are people out here because, you know, Taiwan is a very safe place and people come out at all hours of the day and night. And that's an odd thing. That's just a kind of it's a concrete geometric shape that kids just play on. It's bizarre with the little tower on the top, you know. So who can be like king of the hill? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna park my bike here. I'm not going too far away. So this has been all worn down, you know, because a bazillion kids have slid up and down this thing, and there's a hole in there so they can crawl underneath this and get up. Now nobody uses this anymore, but there is a okay, 11:57. Okay, so yeah, okay, thanks Joey, because so that means it's just a few minutes before midnight. This is a type of really soft material, but you can see there are seams in it, there are cracks in it. Nobody's ever used this that I've ever seen, but it's supposed to be like a little skating rink. And they have, these are the rules and regulations. Okay, so this is the name of the town that I'm in. Okay, Hukou. Hukou Public. It's like the public notice. And so these are this word's up here, Gongyan, that's the park. So these are rules of the park. And they're just telling you stuff like, yeah, they're just telling you stuff like, you know, don't, they're about kids, you know, kids shouldn't, you have to have adult supervision for the kids and stuff like that. And there's rules like no barbecue and things that they have. But just normal park stuff. All right, so a lot of concrete stuff over here, like this guy. These are really odd benches because there's like 2 seats on this side and there's 2 seats on the other side. But I mean, it's pretty cool. But yeah, anyway. Now over there's a bunch of guys. I'm not sure where they're from. They're probably Filipinos. And if I turn my light off, I can probably go over there and talk with them. And maybe we should do that. I used to like to do that a lot. Just interview some local guys. Let me turn my light off. You know, take my bike with me so I don't get too far away from it. All right, let's go back over here. I get confused between Tagalog and Indonesian. So if these are Indonesian guys, I can't speak English. I have to speak Chinese too to them. But I just want to see. There's a bunch of people over there at that place. Hey Rob, take care. Thanks so much for joining. You have a great day, and I'm so glad that it's nice and sunny and cool over in Peoria. These are Filipino guys, though. I just I hear them. Hey gentlemen, how you doing?
Good evening.
Hey, I'm doing a live stream, okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's cool. How you guys doing?
Are you a blogger?
Am I a blogger? Well, you could say that, yeah.
What's your YouTube channel?
It's the Real Taiwan.
Real Taiwan.
Yeah. So how you guys doing?
We're fine.
Yeah, Filipino. See, here's the thing, right? I don't think a lot of people realize, and I've talked about this before on my channel, how many different ethnicities are in Taiwan. There's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. It's not just like Taiwanese people. So what are you drinking?
Yeah.
What are you drinking?
Philippine.
Hang on a second. I'm sorry. Let me do this. I'm gonna turn the light down a little bit. That's not. Is that too bright? Is that okay?
Yeah. It's okay. Yeah.
Okay. What I want to do is I want to show this. This is Filipino gin.
Liquor, yeah, gin.
Yeah. What kind is that? Is that from
Ginebra.
Ginebra.
San Miguel.
Ginebra. Oh, from San Miguel. Yeah.
Marca Bungo.
Yeah. Those
My
are.
friend.
Yes, sir.
Birthday of my friend.
Oh.
I just call me my friend Francis.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something right now.
Yeah.
I'm 66 years old, so I recommend that you stop having birthdays. Just stop.
Stop.
Don't have any more.
Why?
Because you don't want to be old.
I'm only 30 years old.
Yeah, well, I'm more than double you, so yeah. Yeah, Joey's saying Taiwan is like New York City, multicultural. Yeah, very much so. Because we have Thai and Vietnamese, Indonesian, lots of others. So,
Taiwan.
huh? Yeah, yeah. What do you got? You guys got some Filipino food, or is that Taiwan food? What is this?
Roasted chicken.
Oh, this is Filipino style food?
Yes.
Oh wow, you know what? That looks
Wanna
really.
try?
You know something?
One piece.
If I can find like a small piece,
Yeah, this one.
I think I gotta handle it with one hand. But let me just say like a. Okay,
Just stick your hand out.
okay. I just want to take just a little piece like this right here,
Yes.
Okay.
What can you say?
Like a chicken.
Yes, but I taste lemongrass.
Yeah, lemongrass. This one.
Oh, okay. It's lemongrass.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think you got just the right amount of salt on it because it's not too salty, not oily, but the chicken flavor is fantastic. Joey says it looks amazing. It tastes like real chicken. Because you know, a lot of these recipes, they cover the taste of the chicken. And it tastes like something else. Wow, that's fantastic. I am just, I'm going to end the live stream. I'm going to join you guys. I'm going to eat the rest of that.
Hey, my friend, are you here in Taiwan for what?
Oh, I've lived in Taiwan for 18 years.
18 years? 18 years?
Mm-hmm, yeah, it really is. Laughter is good, yeah.
Thank you.
I'm basically,
What you do for
I'm
a living?
I'm Taiwanese. I'm retired, man.
Retired
Yeah.
what? Congratulations.
Yeah.
Retired what?
Retired person. I don't know what you mean. So anyway, yeah. So, oh, by the way, this is like an exercise machine. It's got plastic on it. They just put this in. This is brand new. Have you guys used this yet? Wow. Hey, thanks so much, gentlemen.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. I'll join you next time for a drink. Okay.
Okay.
All right. You guys take care.
Real Taiwan.
The real Taiwan. Yes. All right, I'm gonna go over here and bother these other people. I'm gonna see if they mind being bothered. But I'm gonna take my bike. So there you go, yeah. Now I'm gonna tell you guys, between you and me, right? It is a problem. And these guys are, you heard them, they're trying to press me on what do I do for a living here. Because they all are looking for jobs. If I tell them that I run a 15 factory manufacturing consortium, we're not going to talk about anything else except can they get a job? And I'm not going there. And I technically am retired because I don't actually have a job. You know what I mean? So anyway, so I'm going to turn this off for a second. All right, I don't want to bother people like. Hello. How you guys doing? Hello.
How are you?
Doing good. How you guys doing? I'm doing a live stream just about the park and everything.
Yes.
All these people in the park tonight.
Hello.
We're having a nice conversation, but it's a beautiful night. It's like midnight, and everybody is just so calm and peaceful in Taiwan.
Where
So,
are you from?
well, I'm from the U.S., but I lived in Taiwan for 18 years, so I'm Taiwanese.
Oh, nice to meet you.
There's nothing special about being from the U.S., okay? Please, it's okay. But it's not like I did anything. It's not like I did anything. My mom and dad just had a baby, and they were there, so it's like not a big deal. But how long have you been in Taiwan? How long have you been in Taiwan? How long have you been in Taiwan?
In the hair?
You, yeah, in Taiwan.
7 years.
7 years, you okay? So, 你会说中文吗？
会啊，
会啊 ，OK， 可以啊。So 你住在台湾是7年吗？
对，7年。
Okay, so she's been in Taiwan for 7 years. So, 请问你哪里有工作？
我在这边，在后沟那边。
Okay, so somewhere around here in Hukou.
在
Okay,
公站的公司。
okay. Oh, I see. So,
因为现在没有上班嘛，对不对？礼拜天。
对，现在有3天吗？放假？
对。
So you got three days vacation. Yeah. So 下个礼拜一呢回去啊。Yeah. So next Monday you go back. Okay, that's cool. So 你喜欢台湾吗？ You like Taiwan?
喜欢啊。
很喜欢啊。
我觉得这边是那个很好玩。
Says I think this place is a lot of fun.
很漂亮了。
It's very beautiful.
然后人那个很好啊。
Yeah, this place is a very good place, very nice place.
去那里都方
And
便。
also,
因为有捷运嘛。
oh, yes. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do here. So yeah, that's right. 对，我想一样啊，因为我住在很久呢。So yeah.
来这边很久吗？还是你？
对，18年。
哦，18年了。
对。So I've been 18 years. 对，我的太太是台湾人 so my wife is Taiwanese. So yeah, 我有一个小朋友，I got a I have a daughter.
加油
9岁，谢谢，9岁啊。She's 9 years old. Yeah, thank you. She said, 加油 which what they say for go. So I want to show you something over here too. 我要看那边，就是小朋友玩的
对对，
东西啊。
上边玩
对，
如果那个，
嘿，谢谢你哈。
谢谢你啊哈，慢慢
Thank you.
走，谢谢
Thank
你
you.
啊，晚安。
Juan An, she said good night, take it easy. All right, this is like this is a slide, you know. And I was talking about this earlier. These are made out of concrete. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. These are concrete slides, and they've been, you know, like worn down by 1,000 kids playing on here, but it's barely wide enough for me. But there's, you know, stairs going up there, and this looks like a bunker for a F-18 or something in here, you know. I'll turn the light on, but this is just a cool place to hang out of the sun. And they got several benches here, and then over here they got, yeah, I know. Then they got like exercise equipment. I should come over here because my back has been bothering me, and they got this stuff over here for like if you got a bad back, you can kind of stretch out on this thing here, you know what I mean? But the concrete is not as bad as you think. It's just not as slippery, you know? So usually it's funny because I'll go up here and I'll get stuck. But I remember one time I went up here, and not this one, but another one. I went to slide down, and I wouldn't go very fast. And what happened was a kid came up behind me, and he was pushing me. So as you can see, my feet, you can use your feet to kind of gauge your. Okay, so we'll see what happens. Whoa, here we go. Whoa. Okay, now I got to stand up. Oh, yeah, I'm 66. Yep. So here you go. Ha. That was it. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, great when it snows. It hasn't snowed here in the history of the place, though, because we're 25 degrees off the equator. Joey, where I am right now is significantly south of Key West, Florida, believe it or not. All right, we're going to get the bike and go over here. Excuse me. All right, let me set the gimbal so we're not looking at, there's nothing here. All right, we're gonna go down to the other part. Really? That's interesting. Because when I lived in the States, I never saw those concrete slides. I gotta move the pedals. I never saw those concrete slides in the States. Seeing them here though, they're almost all the parks have them. So what is this? Okay, there's some more rules here. Oh, there's a 600 NT fine. Oh, wait a minute. No, 60,000 NT fine. Is it? Wait a minute. Hang on. Oh, I think it's how much they spent. Okay, so, all right, today's Chinese lesson. This is how you say Republic of China. Instead of saying 中国, it's 中华, then 民国. Now this is 108, and that's a sign for a year. Okay, hang on, this is not. Okay, so this is 108. So it's 108 year, the year 108. So that would be 2009. And this is 9 month. And I'm not sure what this word means, but that's a word for day. This is a special auspicious. I don't know what that says. But this is when this park was established. Anyway, so that was it. Metal slides. Oh yeah. Oh, now I know what you're talking about. Yeah. But man, I'll tell you what. On a hot day, that's a butt burner, man. Whoa. You just reminded me of a whole thing with childhood Yeah, that's, oh boy, you can't slide down those things in the summer because they're just, it's burning up. Oh man. All right, so I got another one of these mushroom things here. All right. And this one's a little bit off the ground. And they got more of these little benches over here. Date yourself, that's okay. Hey, look, bro, like I said, man, I'm 66. I was born in 1956. So the thing is 99% of the people who are watching me live stream, I'm older, with the exception of Rob Ebner. I think he's the only one. So let's do this. That's a pretty nice part of the park. So let's just go back, and we're just gonna have a seat. I wasn't originally 55. That's a good age, man. Old enough to know everything you need to know and young enough to still do something with it. All right, so this is the little, yeah, like that. And I gotta make sure that my bike doesn't tip over here. You know, I left my bike at the 7-Eleven once for 2 days, and nobody bothered it. So I don't think anybody bothered it, but I got the gimbal here. I'm just gonna sit here and hang out. I wasn't planning on like even doing much or going on tonight, but I just went out. I took a nice long nap because I haven't been sleeping that well, and I did some studio work this afternoon, and I was kind of tired. It's amazing how tired you get sitting in front of a mixing console. It's just crazy because it's all mental. But then, so I took like a 4-hour nap, man. That's how tired I was. And I woke up and I decided to go out about 10 o'clock tonight, and I grabbed a bunch of barbecue food, and I came to this park because the park where I used to, where I usually go, so is closed. Thanks. I'm using a wireless mic here. See, it's like a square form factor, and the microphone elements on the top. I can plug it can act as a body pack, and I can also, use a lavalier, and it has a, so-called dead cat, you know what I mean, the windscreen. But our connections here in Taiwan, as far as Wi-Fi, the mobile internet are phenomenal. I was at the Dragon Boat races yesterday, right? And out in Shinfeng, and Shinfeng is not considered a big town; it's a small town. And just the 4G connection, I had 230 down and like 50 up. It was crazy. It was like 4G. It's like, wow. I didn't know 4G could go that fast on the download, but there's a community center over here, and sometimes the elderly ladies will be over there doing some kind of like the equivalent of jazzercise, if you will, and they'll be in there with some Mandarin songs. But I'll tell you what, let me do this because I haven't been on a live stream in quite a while. Let me just step out to the main road because I want to show that to you, because it's pretty cool. A lot of food up and down here. This is definitely a food area, and it's all cheap, and you can dine in or take out, but lots of little food places all up and down here. Most of them are closed now, but that's what that block looks like. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been using gimbal since the beginning. When we did the first time that we did scope day, I used a manual type stabilizer called a glide cam, and about 3 weeks later I got my first motorized gimbal, and it made a difference. I've been live streaming with the gimbal ever since. I take the thing with me everywhere. My wife's sick of it, but it's like my kid's like, "Hey, taking the gimbal." All right, here you go. Here's one of the signs for the park, and you can see on the bottom, no barbecue in the park, and no punctuation. Please don't throw the trash. No punctuation, no space. Keep clean in the park, Huco Township office. But what it is they have to say no barbecue in the park, because these people come here and they'll trash the park and they'll just leave it everywhere. So I remember just before the pandemic, I was in the other park and some Vietnam guys were over there having a barbecue, and it says no barbecue in the park. And the village master come running over there, and he just told them, he said, "Look, you guys, you can have hey Mike, how you doing? Thanks for joining." He just said, "Look, you guys aren't supposed to be out here having this barbecue. Just clean this place up, will you? When you're all done." And so, fortunately, they did. But that's what happens. You know what they say. It only takes one to ruin it for everybody else, and that's what they would do. And I have seen. Well, here's the thing. Right across where my bike is, see that? Well, at least those guys bagged their garbage up, but they didn't take it out. Now look at my bike. That's my garbage. I'm going to take that garbage home. I could just throw it in that pile, but that's not me. And thing is unfortunately, I don't know, it's the views of that kind of thing, are different in this part of the world. Some of the dirtiest places I've ever seen were in China, up on the Black Dragon province, and I was in Hegang, and it was just, there were some, we went out during that, we were doing some, I was working in some factory up there doing some engineering, and there are no garbage pails anywhere because people have to empty them, and they don't want to empty them. You see, because there's no like garbage collection per se. The truck comes by and people have to run out and throw their trash in the truck from their house. So if you were to put let's see, beside my house, people always, it's a walkway, and people will just take their lunch and just, when they're done, they just blow it off on beside my house, right? And even throw it in my carport and stuff. And I have thought about putting a trash can out there, hoping that people would see that and put the trash in there. But what will happen is somebody will come along, and then somebody will come along and, okay, you were about to get banned. There you go, bye-bye. Somebody will come along and throw their household trash there, see? I just banned that guy. So that's why you can't do that. And here, it's the same thing. They don't want to implement, the hassle of having a crew of people come around to these different parks and stuff. So as a result, you have stuff like that, over there. But some of the places I was in Black Dragon Province in China, we went out to eat. And these places were absolutely just, filthy isn't the word. I couldn't believe, and there were people sitting at these tables. And they had a little tent, even in the summertime, it's kind of cool. It's 48 degrees north, we're, above North Korea. We're on the border with Russia. And it's kind of cool. And they're in a little tent, and there's just garbage everywhere, and roaches and rats running around and stuff. And I was like, holy cow. And these people, they live like that, and they don't think twice. But, oops, sorry. But, us from Taiwan, we were pretty pretty shocked, you know, of the Taiwanese. So I look like REO Speedwagon singer. I saw them years ago. I was a big REO Speedwagon fan back in the day. I saw them in the 70s before they came out with their 12-string stuff that they were doing, like what's that? You know, heard it from a friend, heard it from a friend. What is that? That's, you know, Take It on the Run, that kind of stuff. They got popular in the early 80s, but I saw them in the late 70s. 157 Riverside Avenue, I think. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Well, you know, my hair's getting thin, 65, man, but you know, I've had a good run. I've had some good hair, and I just, you know, it's just, whatever happens, happens. But I just want to show you real quick, because I was outside, and you can see I've got kind of like a semicircular thing here going on. This is my my mask tan. See, I got my face burned yesterday. I had a hat on. I also took my umbrella out, right? Because the clouds came in and it was cool. They blocked the sun, and I took my umbrella down. But then later on, it popped it up. But I got a bush hat. You got to see my bush hat, right? And I was wearing that, and I still got this kind of on the side because can't cover everything. But anyway, I got some tours coming up on the HeyGo app, and Dave and I, as you guys know, we've been on HeyGo for quite a while, and Dave's much more than I. Dave is the one that actually introduced me to HeyGo, and so I have a couple of tours coming up where I'm going to be doing the. Let me see if I can show this. Yeah, here we go. I did the Dragon Boat Festival yesterday. You see it on the left. But I got an East Taiwan series. Tour number 1 is Zero Shadow Day at the Tropic of Cancer. Nah, not with a mask. Taiwan sits in the Tropic of Cancer, and so we have a number of zero shadow days a year. It's actually not just one. And I picked a day, and it'll be the 20th. And I'm going to go down there, and then tour number 2 is the amazing 8-arch bridge. I'm going to do a tour in the afternoon, then I'm going to stay with my friend Andreas on the Green Farm. Going to stay overnight, going to bring my guitar. We're probably going to live stream that, play some guitar and drink. This guy is a brewmeister. He's got all kinds of wine and beer and liquor that he's made. Drink some of that, play some guitar, and then the next day I'm going to stream the bridge for people in North America early in the morning. But if you get a chance to join HeyGo, it's a pretty nice app. It allows viewers to tip the live streamer if they want to, and of course, for me, it doesn't make any difference. I appreciate it when people do, because it's cool, you know, pays for your gas and stuff. But this East Taiwan tour is about 5 hours away, so it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm gonna have to leave. Pretty early in the morning to get there, but it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna have a blast showing you the zero shadow, because it's gonna be like around noon. I think it's 11:50. I think is when the sun finally just kind of, you know, is overhead. So it's gonna be cool. Thank you. I'm called the Real Taiwan. I'm called the Real Taiwan on HeyGo. And Joey, don't tip me, okay? You know, it's embarrassing. Don't tip me. None of the old friends tip. It's okay. But I know a lot of the they call the people who view the tours are called voyagers, and the people who do the tours are called guides. And so the voyagers, a lot of them, they love to tip, and they really, really like to show, you know, the appreciation. Yeah. Oh man, you should. Yeah, I'd like to see that. That's cool. Yeah, new house, man. That sounds exciting. I haven't moved into a new house for a long time. I'm redoing my studio. It's not the same thing, but it's just really something when you can move into a new place, kind of like a new lease on life. Is it far from where you used to live before, or is it close, or Or yeah, what's the deal? What kind of place you got? Oh, I'm just gonna cross my legs and put the, there you go, put the tripod on there. So, oh, Long Island. Okay, cool. Whereabouts? I had a little experience on Long Island. I was in West Babylon. What's that radio station? WBAB? Yeah. I did some work for them. I did some work on the AM and a little work for the FM there. I stayed there for about 1 month to do some engineering. They had moved the station. They had moved the AM. So, Deer Park. Yeah, I've heard of that. Okay. I don't know where that is, but I heard of that. There used to be a guy in WBAB. He was a young guy, and he was in the news department, and he had an amazing voice. His name was James Faraday, and he wasn't like a massive person, but his voice was massive, and he walked into the room and it's like, James Faraday. It's like, whoa. It's like, you know, of course, when you're a radio personality, I mean, when you get really, really AM, you know, hot stereo rock or something like that, or that would be FM, but I mean, you turn it on, but most of the time, you know, that's how you sound, except when you're like full on, but I mean, so some of the people in the station were like, you hear James talk? I'm like, yes. It's like, he always sounds like he's on the air. I said, well, he can't really turn it off. I mean, excuse me, that's his normal voice. I mean, he gets in front of the mic and he ramps it up. But I'm sure he's, you know, I'm sure he's at home and like, honey, can you hand me a beer? This is how it is. He wasn't married, but, oh, that's funny. I just remembered. There was a really cute young woman in the station named Candy. Oh, this is going back. I'm going back. It's like 1987, maybe 88. And I got to know James. He's pretty cool. Like I said, I was there for a month. I got to know everybody. James and I went out to eat a couple times and stuff. So, oh yeah, oh definitely, because it's like you got a neighborhood of standalone houses and stuff. You know, it's completely different. Yeah, and conveniences are different. You know, where you go shopping and do your banking and stuff. And excuse me, and not being able to, you know. I mean, you gotta have a car. You can't just step on the subway in Long Island, right? So I remember James was telling me that he really liked this girl, Candy, you know. And yeah, the suburbs, yeah, exactly. Yep. So gotta have a car. So many people in the city, you know, they don't have cars. They don't need them. So James was telling me that he liked this girl, Candy. I was like, wow, she's really nice, really sweet. So I was doing something in some part of the station, and Candy was there, and I just went over to her, and because I'm a married guy and everybody knows me, I'm kind of like the big brother. I said, Candy, you have a secret admirer in this station. You know that, don't you? And she was like, no, I don't. I said, yeah, there's a guy that really he really digs you, and. So, okay, let me read this. Bachman Turner Overdrive, yeah, they were cool though. Yep, they were cool. Hey, they had some good hits. You ain't seen nothing yet. Simple stuff, but you know, good rock, right? So I remember those. Yeah, see, there you go. Okay, well that's pretty convenient, which means, you know, if you want to go to the opera or, you know, you want to see a show or even go to some restaurant in the city, no big deal. It's easy. That's cool. That sounds like a pretty good situation if you ask me. So I told Candy, you know, I got a secret admirer. But I didn't tell her who it was. And what happened, this is what I wanted to happen, was she was thinking about it a lot. Of course, she couldn't stop thinking about it. And then she's like, well, tell me who it is. And finally I said, okay, well, it's James. And she's like, James Faraday? I'm like, yeah. And see, he was like the big news anchor on the AM side. And I didn't realize it, but she was like, wow. And so I think I made a love connection. I would like to find James Faraday and find out. Wouldn't that be cool though if I find James Faraday and he's like married and got 3 kids, you know, to Candy? Hey, it could happen, right? It could happen. He could also be married and 3 kids and be divorced 10 years and not have anything left and be twisting in the wind too. So, I mean, in which case I would disavow everything, but. Who knows? All right, listen guys, I'm just looking at my watch. It is 00:34. That means it's 34 minutes after midnight. And notice my wife hasn't called because we don't have trust issues. But let me get out of here and I'll say goodnight. And I'm going to try to get on tomorrow night. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing, but I'll try to get on tomorrow night. But I just had some time tonight. It's been a pleasure. Hey, Joe, it's been ages, man. Haven't seen you in a long time. And thanks for dropping in. I appreciate it. Mike, thank you. Dave and Gert and Rob in the very beginning. I know they've all left, but thank you so much, you guys, for joining. And we'll see you around and show you the rest of the real-time ones sometimes. Why I changed the name of my channel. Thanks. It was fun, man. Thanks. It was fun. It's good to show you around the neighborhood a little bit and talk with some of the people. Oh, and Frank. Yeah. Sorry. Thinking Susan, but thanks. Thank you. Oh, of course. Yeah. Getting old. No, that's just an excuse. But yeah, thanks so much. And probably see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Have a good night. Thank you. Bye-bye. James and Candy sitting in